Good morning. A very warm welcome from VXL Educational Trust. Today, I bring to you a few simple ideas that can be interesting as well as educational for your children. I'm sure all of you sitting at home must be wondering, they're missing out so much because they're not going to school. What can I do so that they still continue to learn or they don't forget what they have been taught? These particular games are appropriate for ages 3 to 6, the early childhood group. In fact, they are simple perception exercises which are called learning readiness exercises. These are also called they help in pre-reading, pre-number. That's why they are clubbed as learning readiness exercises. All children go through these stages of learning. I've tried to make a few exceptions because we are dealing with a special population. So I'll tell you exactly where you need to do a little bit of adjustment here. How these are made. These are card games. So I've got cards like this. How are these made during these days when we can't go to the market, can't go and buy material? You use any old paper, maybe old drawing sheets or the same drawing sheets that your children are making when you are doing painting time with them, and you can tell them that we are painting these so that we can use them for making cards, and then just cut them into 2 inches square pieces. You can ask it's a very organic process. You involve the children with it. You ask them, what do you see around you? And they'll tell you, you see some trees, you see them at the beach, you see a boat, you see the sun, you see the moon, you see ball. What do you play with? You play with a ball. You see some flowers. The trees have some leaves. And whatever you find easy to draw and extremely simple, just make those sketches, get the children to color and collect these cards. I've made about 6 cards of 10 different things. I have a cat, I have a butterfly, car, ball. You can make your own cards. Sometimes I also use old visiting cards which have no use. We've got bundles and bundles. Every home has bundles of them. And this was an earlier exercise which you can even play with a little earlier than 3-year-olds. And these, of course, involve not pictures but just colors. And I've just stuck some felt in different colors and shapes. These also make perfectly good flashcards. So my first lesson is an important communication as well as a pre-reading skill. It is actually training your vision. Children start pointing and labeling objects in the environment as early as 8 and 10 months. Watch, fan, light, car, and that they are seeing real objects. By 3 years old, it's very easy for children to focus, even earlier. In fact, 1.5 and 2, we don't test them for it, but children are able to make their vision from 3D to 2D, which means they can recognize pictures of these objects. And that is why it is safe to play this with 3-year-olds. Our first exercise is, like I said, it's a communication exercise, extremely important. In special needs, I have always used this as my first lesson.